Alright, welcome to my new Final Fantasy XIV video. Here we're going to be doing some gathering and having a look at the gathering system in Final Fantasy XIV. It's a little bit different to what you might be used to in most MMOs, where it's basically find a node and right click. So it's a bit noisy, so I might turn down. I already turned it down, but it's still quite loud. Quite loud. Let's get that right down. Alright. So, we're going out as a miner today, and we're in Western Thanalan, which is about level 10 in terms of what we're looking for in ore. Basically, early on, it's pretty basic because you've only got a few abilities, but you'll notice I've got a hotbar here, and my class is actually that of a miner. So, this is not just a side to what you do as a warrior or as a mage or whatever. This is actually completely a developed play style, everything. So you'll notice up here on the minimap, hopefully Fraps is going to pick up my cursor because I don't think it has all the time, but minimap in the top right hand corner you should be able to see a pickaxe. That is a mining node, so what we're going to do is we're going to wander over there and check it out. So there you go, deposit down here. Now these are only viewable when you are a miner. They're not viewable as any other class, and you need to have prospect active, which is, where have I put prospect? Over here. So if I turn that off, it'll disappear. If I turn it back on, voila. So that way the sparklies aren't distracting you when you're somewhere else. So what we're going to do, we're going to right click on this, and it's going to get out the pick. And as you can see, we've got options here for what we can actually mine. So it's not random, it's completely up to the player what they want to go for. And it tells you exactly what the chances are of a normal, which is the big number, and the smaller number is the chances for a high quality item. So we're just going to get some fire shards here because we don't need any of that other stuff. And so that's recorded that to the gathering log. That means that's the first time I've actually harvested that item since the reboot. So there we go, we've exhausted that. Now that was level 5 and I'm actually a level 14 miner, so wasn't a good experience, wasn't actually the stuff I need for my blacksmith. So what we need to do is we need to find where we need to go to get the stuff we need. So if we hit our gathering log, now to find your gathering log you can find it down on personal logs, and you've got hunting, crafting, gathering, you just click gathering, or if you want to have it easy to access on your hotbar, just hit P, go down to main commands, and you'll find that you've got a whole lot of really useful shortcuts, including your crafting log, hunting log, and gathering log. So pop that on your toolbar and away you go. So it's going to tell me everything that's within my level range that I can harvest. So at the moment this is what's in it. Iron ore, so we can see that's level 14, which is perfect because I'm level 14 as well, and we can find that in Western Thanalan Horizon's Edge. Cool. So what we're going to do, we've got these two abilities here that find resources. So if we use Lay of the Land 2, what it's going to do, a grade 15 rocky outcrop to the northwest. So if we head northwest, you can see it's sort of sparkling up here. Let's jump in that chocobo. It's going to point us to a level appropriate outcrop, so we don't need to go running random circles around. We always know where to go to find something. Which I think, oops, it might have been a bit of a distance, but that's alright. While we're doing that, so you actually get crafting gear as well. So you'll see there's things like gathering skills, and well, that's called gathering as well. Gathering on that, where's a better example? Gathering, perception, there we go. So gathering and perception are the two major traits that you'll find for the disciples of the land. So gathering increases the rate at which you gather items, so it increases your chances of being successful. Perception increases your chances of being successful at a high quality attempt. So yeah, helps you get more valuable stuff essentially. And my Lay of the Land has already worn off, so I'm just going to quickly dismount, and I'm going to use that again, and there we go, we went straight past it. Just sprint. It should be just on the other side of this rock. Now as far as I'm aware, you don't compete for resources. Oh crap, I got aggro. Okay, there we go. I've got no combat abilities at the moment because I'm a miner, so I'm going to Hope that I lose aggro from that guy. Oops. Come on. Back off. It can be easy to get a bit complacent when you're a higher level in your combat class. There we go. To avoid that, we do have stealth, so they wouldn't have aggroed me if I was in stealth mode, but as you can see, it moves a lot slower. So it's a pain to use normally, but you can still harvest while in stealth, as you'll see. There we go. Alright, cool. So here we are able to see all of the ores that are available to us in this, so I can decide if I want to go for iron sand, want to go for water shard, copper sand, cinnabar, whatever. I'm going to go for iron sand because that's going to give me the best skill increase, but I've only got an 89% chance. So what I'm going to do, I've got sharp vision, which gives me 15%, sharp vision 2, which gives me 15% extra. That's going to use 100 of my gathering points, and I've got 400 of those. That's alright, we'll use that. And as you see, it's added 15 onto all of those, so now it's 100% chance for iron sand, 97% chance for cinnabar. So we might actually go for cinnabar. See, there we go, that was a big hit. There was extra particles, that means that was a high quality attempt. So I got a high quality cinnabar there. Now, as we keep going, we get chains. So the more we do in a row that are without a failure, the more we chain and get higher experience. Alright, cool, so we've mined that out. Now let's see if we can actually find some iron ore, because that's what I'm after. So to the northwest again, there it is. So lay of the land again, let's get rid of stealth and sprint. Can I get up here? Not quite, not quite. Never mind. Right, so this is a rocky outcrop, so this... Actually the other one was as well, wasn't it? So they use sledgehammers, so you've actually got two mining tools, a sledgehammer and a pick, which is your primary. You need the sledgehammer, otherwise you can't gather this stuff. Whoops, okay. I should have used sharp vision 2. And as you can see, that refreshes when you're not gathering. What I really want though is some iron. Look, there's another high quality one. So if I was to equip more perception gear, that 15% chance would actually increase, making it more likely that I would get high quality items. Whereas if my gathering skill was stacked a little bit higher, it means that when I'm using it, like when I'm just trying to gather randomly, it will actually be more successful as well. And I've done it again. Let's go sharp vision. Luckily we haven't missed one yet because of that. So away we go. Cinnabar, cinnabar, cinnabar. I really want some iron. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep looking for some iron, and I'll be back once I've located some. Alright, so I'm feeling pretty good about this one. So let's jump back in, and there we go, we've got iron ore. So let's dig up some of that. Now generally when something's about your level, it should be pretty much on 100% for a gather. So now I could buff it with sharp vision 1, which is pretty cheap, and it would be 100%, but I like to live life dangerously. Now, so Copperbell Mines, this looks like it's a pretty good place to gather iron ore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of this, and once I've got enough ore, I'm going to go back and show you guys the auction house. See, this one's actually giving me a bit extra. Alright, cool. So I'm going to use my buff here, and happy days. Alright, I'll be back shortly. Alright, we managed to get a sufficient amount of iron ore to fulfill my needs. So at the moment I've got a stack of 99 normal ore and 26 high quality ore. So while I was off camera, I actually got this ability from a level up, which increases the chance of getting high quality by 10%. So basically 1 in every 4 pieces of ore I picked up was high quality, which is quite cool. So we're going to do something pretty cool with all this loot, and what we're going to do is we're going to sell it. So first what I'll do is I'll give you a quick tour of the marketplace in Final Fantasy XIV. So this is the one in Ul'dah. Now you'll notice that there is actually a marketplace here. Now these NPCs, they pretty much just sell pretty generic stuff. So for example here, Apothecary, they've just got consumables and stuff. If we click it properly, that is. So here you got all your potions, ethers, blah blah blah. Not too worried about that for this video. What's of interest is you've got your tradecraft merchant. So here they actually sell all of the stuff that you can actually get up to about level 10 with your Disciples of the Land. So tin ore, copper ore, maple lumber. Essentially what this means is that your Disciples of the Hand can level up to about level 10 without actually having to go and mine or do anything, because this is actually really cheap. So you see these are like 9 gil each, 10 gil each, 2 gil each. So it's really easy to get a whole bunch of crafts leveled up to at least level 10, where things get a bit more interesting. And yeah, there's a few other NPCs, blah blah blah, menders and stuff like that. Now these boards, market boards here, are what are the actual auction house. So we're going to go ahead and right click here. And so you've got all categories, armor, items, blah blah blah. So if we wanted to, what we could do is we could go, let's find, that's material, lumber, metal, I guess it's probably under metal maybe, and hit search. No, it's not there. So I've never actually used this. Stone, there we go. So there we can find all the stuff, and so we can go here, we can have a look at the iron ore that we've gathered. There's 44 different people selling it. And here we have a list of all those people, so price per piece, how many in the stack, and what the total for that is going to be. So as you can see, they're starting, we can get a cheap stack for about, well, a stack of 56 for about 30 gil each, a stack of 50 for 35, blah blah blah. On the side here you'll see where it's high quality stuff, so we can get a stack of 99 high quality iron for 150 gil. So if I was to sell my 25, I'd probably be looking at selling it for about 150 gil each, which is going to make me about 3,500 gil. Not too bad. Not too bad at all, considering I'm not particularly rich. But what we want to do is we want to make as much money as we can out of it. So I've actually got my blacksmith leveled up. So my blacksmith is currently level 18, and he's got a level 12 weapon. So these levels aren't my actual levels, these are just what the level of the equipment I'm using is. But so you can see my miner's level 8 for a gear set, but he's actually level 15 in terms of skill. Now what I'm going to do is actually no, sorry, I just remembered something. No, what I'll do is I'll do it on the next video. So that's a quick look at gathering and a quick look at the auction house. So you can go gather, and as you can see, you can make, you know, a fair bit of reasonable money. So I mean, probably be looking at about 6,000 gil for what took me about half an hour, which in early time in the game is pretty good. I mean, you can buy a whole lot of equipment for about 500 gil each. Airships cost 200 gil to go from city to city. You're looking at a few hundred gil for your teleports, depending on how far you're teleporting. So it's a pretty good start. So yeah, in the next episode, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at actually processing that and turning it into something that's hopefully more valuable, and also looking at how to potentially play the market a little bit by looking at how much everything's worth and how fast it's selling and all that sort of stuff. But until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.